Happy Thursday, prayer team and connections team. This is our normal Thursday check-in. Let me give you an update about what's going on this Sunday at Oak Hills, and then we'll touch base with our regular spiritual encouragement of the week. This Sunday is a regular Sunday at Oak Hills Church. Travis's voice is back. He'll be back preaching the fourth installment of Breakthrough. This is breaking the habit of hiding the image of God from in you, from others that's inside of you, and hiding from others in general. Also, core classes are still going on. This is for you connections folks. Core classes started last week. It's not too late for folks to register for those this upcoming week. If folks are asking questions, you all know how to get them connected. Okay. That's it for what's happening this Sunday. And I just thought it was super interesting that in the area of breakthrough, we're talking about hiding. Sometimes we hide our wounds. Sometimes we hide our true feelings and put on our good Christian face and smile and go through things. We pretend like we've forgiven folks when we haven't. And that's really what God's been speaking about to me recently, is the idea of forgiveness and the place of forgiveness in the area of breakthrough. Hear me out. When God chose to redeem the world, he sent his son to grant us forgiveness. Forgiveness is a spiritual truth, a spiritual reality. The sins of every single human on earth have been forgiven. And they've been forgiven by the greatest sacrifice that ever existed. And Jesus did this. That means when we retain somebody's sins, when we hold their sins and we can't let it go, we're operating in the opposite direction of what Jesus did. We are being anti-Christ. I know that's a strong word. But let me share this testimony with you. I was sharing about forgiveness. I was teaching at a Bible school in Indiana, and sharing about the power of forgiveness and how forgiveness isn't just an emotional thing, but the effects of sin are lessened and like healing, emotional healing. I think even real literal healing happens when forgiveness is involved in this. So there was a lady, as I was teaching on this, who shared this story about her relationship with her older brother, who did some terrible things to her when she was little. There were some abuses that happened. He had some kind of undiagnosed disease, and my phone just froze while that was happening. Hopefully this continues. He had some kind of undiagnosed disease. He was on his deathbed. Doctors gave him a couple weeks to live, and she actually had some kind of sickness stuff happening with her too. So anyway, she went to kind of say her goodbyes to him on his deathbed, and she was praying on her way over there. She prayed through a prayer of forgiveness. And when she got there, she talked to him and she told him that she forgave him. Her brother ended up making a full recovery after the forgiveness happened. And she ended up getting better physically. So I think it wasn't a coincidence. I think there's a connection between us retaining people's sins and holding on to that, and the level of freedom or breakthrough that we experience. I think it's why God says, forgive others as I have forgiven you. It's all throughout Scripture. And I think God is saying these things not only for the benefit of the other person, but for our benefit. So I would say this, take a personal inventory. Is there anyone that you're having trouble forgiving? Are you looking for breakthrough, but you still can't let go of the unforgiveness that you have for your own self? Explore that. Or maybe you've told yourself you've forgiven someone, but when that person crosses your path or that thought happens, your shoulders still get tight. The memories still come flooding in, right? And sometimes it's hard to know how to forgive. Ask God to teach you how to forgive, how to release that person, how to confess and acknowledge your own agreement with what that other person has done, and how to release them and release those feelings to God. Forgiveness is one of the keys to breakthrough. After all, God used forgiveness to redeem the entire world. Humanity, past, present, and future, was redeemed through forgiveness. So hold on to that. I think that will bless you. And can't wait to see you Sunday, and have a great weekend. Peace.